My name is Robert Christopher Wayne Weathers. I live at 3102 Central Hill Road, Acre, Mississippi, 38841. I am under attack. What appears to be Scientology. So there is more space in the universe than humans can see. There are extra dimensions, 11 in total. These dimensions reside within the particle itself. Inside of the particles we consist of lie 11 dimensions. Scientology is the practice of utilizing this extra dimensional biology before we die. They remove it from themselves, and they utilize technology and techniques to turn it into an upper dimensional vehicle. So this biology that we create, this extra dimensional biology, presents itself in layers. First, it forms a three-dimensional biology, and then as it transcends into the next three dimensions, it creates another a layer on top of this biology. And it does the same thing for the next three and the next three. So you wind up with the biology layers on top of it. Scientology likes to remove these layers. Wind up with three or four biologies in the upper dimensions in which they can utilize to create upper dimensional vehicles. These biologies can't function properly in this state. So they have to utilize organs and tissues from other humans and other species in an intent to make themselves whole and function properly again. So their goal is to wind up with three or four biologies that are whole, that are 11 dimensional biology. They take organs and tissues from other humans, from reptiles, from insects and worms. They make a few types of alien forms. They make lizard people, they make insectoids, and they make worm people. So I'm being assaulted by these people. I got forced to assimilate 13 years ago. They started stealing my intellectual property and making me sick, filling me full of worms and or parasites and torture devices. You'll have to refer to my other videos to get the full story. They have stolen all of my extra dimensional biology for use as used for transplant purposes. So they wanted to harness my ability to produce intellectual property, my ability to create and come up with ideas. They wanted to put this on another organism. Some of it they use for transplants for themselves. Some of it they use for surrogates. They can drive other organisms besides their own. And some of it they've used for torture devices. I'm being assaulted constantly. They're taking my upper dimensional biology. Now they plan to turn this biology into a surrogate. So they plan to drive my third dimensional biology. The intellectual property that I have produced has become so valuable to them, they want to take it by any means necessary. These Scientologists are criminal. They're evil. They hurt people and take what they want from people. Today they hurt my temporal lobe, and they're using a worm to drag a nerve across my chest or something. At this moment, yes. MPB is involved, NPR, social media like Facebook, tech companies like Microsoft, Google, Barack Obama, several other politicians, the CIA, the military, and the FBI, the Department of Justice, the CDC. There's a lot of people involved in this event. I do not consent for my biology to be removed or modified in any way. I do not consent for to be made a surrogate. I do not consent for my biology to be utilized by any other person. I do not consent to have an afterlife if it's not natural. I do not consent to be modified in any way, and I do not consent to be damaged or tortured or have biology removed in any way. Put my biology somewhere safe, leave it alone, and leave me and my family alone. I do not consent. I'm an American citizen. You are breaking the law. These people are addicted to Scientology, which is literally the act of removing body parts from people. And they make surrogates. So they can drive other organisms too. They can drive humans, animals, insects, and worms in any dimension. They are literally addicted to this field of study, or this technology. The technology that they utilized, uh, it allows them to do several things, but it also artificially stimulates biology. It elevates neurochemicals like dopamine, norepinephrine, and serotonin. It elevates hormones like testosterone. They run energy through their nervous system in their brain. It can even elevate oxytocin. It's having an extremely narcotic like effect upon these people. They are twacked out and they are conditioned to do body snatching, body parts. It is all they do for a living. No, that is what has happened. I'm part Native American. My Native American name is Crazy Bird. I wrote Crazy Bird comics. I wrote the Environmental Creation Agency. I wrote Divine Currency, Alien Bob, Bug Bob, and several others. They got to witness me write my intellectual property. It started out as exploitation. So they sold seats and got a lot of people involved in this, paid them money so people could watch me create and write literature. And then it became so valuable to them, they started stealing my intellectual property. Then they turned into biological theft. They wanted the biology to allow them to do it. Then it turned into a snuff film, and now it's surrogate making or something. They are victim shaming me, trying to come up with some false narrative which somehow justifies their criminal behavior because they know there's going to be consequences. They have removed a lot of biology, most of it, what I could spare. And then they gave me life support and transplants in an attempt to keep me functioning and alive. They are addicted to this. Their elevated dopamine levels is causing them to become addicted to this. And they're addicted to the outcome. They want a grand outcome. I am so very sick. I'm dizzy. I'm weak. I can't think properly anymore. My biology isn't functioning properly anymore. I'm in pain, severe pain. They damaged my temporal lobe today. They put something in my drink. And they're doing the same thing to my animals. It's not okay. You're breaking the law. Yes, I want to leave this running. I'm being harassed at the moment. They're premeditating my demise. I just got assaulted again. I am very weak and dizzy. I'm in pain. The Scientology is utilizing people in the government and other institutions to abuse authority to somehow get this done. There is no policing authority in the extra dimension. Yes, they hit a vital nerve in the temporal lobe today. They've already taken the inverse part of my brain, the upper part. Uh, they keep artificially stimulating it, making me experience memories in it, and they're using it to control other parts of my brain that control my inner voice. They're driving parasites with me at the moment. I feel it right here, right here, in my back. That's right here. I have extra dimensional worms in my side, and they pull one out and then stuck something in or used something to pull a nerve over. I'm in pain. You're lying and you're breaking the law. They're victim shaming me. They say I've done something wrong and somehow justifies their criminal behavior towards me. Yes, they're making a snuff film. This is a movie. They're putting on a movie. And then they're hiding the criminal footage. One of them said he wants to try. I said that's all. I do not consent to be turned into a surrogate. After a lifetime of torture, mutilation, and rape, they're going to turn me into a surrogate. They've done this to me, my family, my friends, my coworkers, my community, and anybody else affiliated with me became afflicted. This is Scientology. Anybody with influence, power, or authority, or just anybody they are attracted to, they kidnap, they force assimilation, either for sexual purposes or for other reasons. In my case, they wanted my intelligence, hive mind. They wanted to use it for themselves. They are addicted to making surrogates on Earth. It usually winds up into torture, rape, and murder. That's their MO. They've already killed a few family members. They're messing with my animals at the moment. Anything they can do to hurt me in any way. Get away from me. Because they are abusing the afterlife. People in the third dimension are driving their extra dimensional biology. No, it's not the place dead people go. Dead people turn around unless you're wounded or unless Scientology gets you. Scientologists face this way, the way they face the way the living do. Dead people turn around. They face the opposite direction. They face towards the 11th dimension. Scientologists face uh, the same way that towards the third dimension. They keep afflicting the living, messing with the living. What does that look on your face? What I'm saying, ooh boy, that look on your face. Ah. So they are using this technology to record our sensory perception organs, and they're recording everybody's sensory perception organs. They are lying about everybody's information, including mine. That's why I'm making these videos, or one of the main reasons I'm making these videos. It alters their behavior, and it shows the true story. It hinders their narratives, their false narratives. They're making a snuff film, and there's many different angles. Several different people are doing several different things, and they all have different parts of my biology in all different locations. And you'll have to refer to the rest of my videos to get the full story. I do not consent. You're breaking the law. So these people put me in hell, which means they tortured my biology and put it in a place where nobody can get to, or they're holding it hostage or kidnapped. And then they're claiming they have to come down here and do damage or kill me or do things to me down here to keep some bad thing from happening. And then for a long time that was their narrative, but it wasn't the case. So they continue to come down here and take more biology and do more things to me, try to make this the scenario. And it's not. They could put my biology somewhere safe and leave it alone. They kept taking more and more and more and more. I'm dizzy. I'm in pain. I'm weak. They won't let me lay down and sleep. That's whenever they torture me and take body parts, start their surrogate making process. Give me back my biology, or put it somewhere safe and leave me alone. I am severely ill. I'm in pain. My head and my stomach. Please get away from me. No, I've never been ordained. I've never been a surrogate. I've never used a surrogate. They are petty and jealous. If I do live, they're going to stupefy me or cause brain damage in some way, or probably even kill me if they can't have their way. Scientology, they do this to a lot of people in the world all the time. I am their current victim. They'll have another one right after me, and they have several throughout this episode. I had to witness them do it. It's normally kidnapped victims, trafficked humans, people that are nobody. They usually kidnap people for sexual reasons. That's their norm. They find somebody they're attracted to every once in a while and they take them too. Ever since the 80s, Scientology has been taking over our institutions. If you have influence, power, or authority, or they are attracted to you in any way, or maybe you have a job position in which they desire, they will force you to assimilate. They will force you into a hive mind so they can control your behavior. And if that doesn't work, they'll make you a surrogate. And if that doesn't work, they'll sabotage you and make you sick and drive you crazy. They'll make your life hell, which usually winds up into torture, rape, and murder. I just got threatened. Someone said they're fixing to assault me. Yes, people wind up going missing around these people. They're trying hard to come up with a false narrative. They're driving a parasite. trying to stop me from leaving my property. I need to go to the hospital. They're threatening me. They say if I go to the hospital, they're going to kill me. Come to find out, they've been using people at the hospital too. Yes, Scientology is real. Going to heaven before you die. I, I do not consent to be made turned into a surrogate. He's saying, oh well. I do not consent to be turned into a surrogate. Breaking the law. Get away from me. No, I don't want to be hive mind. Hey, baby. They won't leave me and my family alone. They're hurting me and my animals. I feel worms and particles coming out of my mouth. They tortured my upper dimensional biology, filled it full of worms and devices, and kept it that way for the last 13 years. There is nobody involved that is not among the living. Everyone doing this to me are alive. They are among the living. One of them is threatening me and my animals. Get away from me. You're breaking the law. You're breaking the law.